Welcome, souls, to scary time. Alright, so as you know, as I've been doing, I have been reading stories and taking requests. Now this one is a request from my great friend, so I will be reading 2 stories that she found and I really liked them. Now I did already read them to see what they were like, so my reaction won't be as authentic as the other one. But for this one, the person who wrote this is... Oh, and by the way, I'll be reading it off of Reddit. Everything will be linked down below, so if you want to follow along, I'll put it right here. The person who wrote this is Timely Pressure on Reddit. I'll link them down below, and the room that I'm in is the room, or the community that I'm in is r/RulesHorror, and I really love this one. So, all right, let's get right to it. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you for the writers who wrote this. You did a really great job. All right, let's go. Hello, welcome to your first night at Vandalia Hotel. We are so excited to welcome you to our family. As you know, you'll be working the front desk tonight from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. It should be a fairly simple job, checking guests in and out routinely, answering the phone, and filling out their requests. However, as you may have noticed, this job will not come without its quirks. Here is a list of rules to help you on your first night. Should be a straightforward task, as long as you make certain to adhere to them. Number 1. Never enter room 101. This is Miss V's room, owner of the hotel. While your master key would grant you access, she doesn't like to be disturbed. Number 2. There are 2 screens on your desk, one with all guest info and available rooms for check-in purposes, and one with security camera feeds. This is simply so you may check and make sure there are no issues with guests finding their rooms, as we have a completely competent security team already in place. Number 3. The laundry room is in the basement. Cleaning staff should take care of all laundry, but if a guest claims to have dropped something such as a phone, wallet, or personal item down the laundry chute, do not grant them access to this room, and do not go to the basement. Call our head of cleaning staff and inform them of the missing item. Inform the guests that they should return to their room and lock the door, and that their item will be placed outside their door within the hour. 4. If a woman in a purple blouse insists on retrieving her item immediately and attempts to go into the laundry room, calmly tell her it has already been returned and she will leave the front desk. Do not worry about telling the cleaning staff about their missing item. There will not be anything there. Number 5. There is a black Labrador that stays in room 102 named Vincent. It is Mrs. V's dog and is free to roam the hotel as he pleases. If you notice he's staring at Mrs. V's room, ignore it. If he begins barking, alert security and they will find a replacement. Number 6. The gym will close at 11 p.m. and open at 6 a.m. So make sure to lock and unlock the doors at these times. Double checking to make sure nobody is inside when you lock up. If you see anyone in the gym after you have locked the doors, do not let them out. They will be gone by opening time. Number 7. The pool is currently under renovation and will not be open for use until further notice. If you hear splashing from the pool area, tap on the locked door and tell the guests inside that it is time to close. Number 8. During the hours of 12 p.m. to 4 a.m., the lobby will be closed and you are permitted to walk around the hotel in all open spaces. If a child's voice begins to call from the doors to be let in, ignore it. If it begins banging on the door, alert security and it will be dealt with. Number 9. During the hours of 12 p.m. to 4 a.m., do not go on the 3rd floor. Number 10. During your shift, do not go to the 3rd floor. Number 11. When wandering the hotel, do not stay in any one hallway for too long. Avoid going into the kitchen even if you hear noises. The cooks like to get breakfast started when the guests aren't around to complain about the screams. Number 12. If you enter a hallway and notice peeling wallpaper, vases of dead flowers, or the scent of sulfur, return to your desk until the end of your shift. Number 13. Avoid the ballroom from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. It is reserved for our long-time guests at this hour, and they do not like being disturbed. Number 14. If you return to your desk, there is another receptionist. Do not look at its face. Keep your head down and tell him your shift is over. Your shift is over. Go get some rest. The receptionist should get back and enter the stairwell. If he stays behind your desk, go fetch Vincent and he will deal with him. Number 15. Avoid using the elevator on the left-hand side. The right is perfectly safe, but the left's bellhop will attempt to take you to the 3rd floor. Number 16. When using the elevator, the bellhop will always ring the bell before inviting you inside. If they do not, leave the building quickly and call security. Number 17. If you need to use the restroom during your shift, there are 2 available in the lobby. Always use the women's, regardless of your gender. If you use the men's, you may hear heavy breathing over your shoulder. If you do, please attempt to exit the building. That one was pretty spooky. Number 18. If when using the restroom you begin to hear humming, make sure you are in a locked stall and count slowly to 100. Then exit the stall. There should be a blonde teenage girl outside. Tell her you like her voice and remember to always wash your hands. Who doesn't do that? I find that absolutely disgusting if you don't wash your hands after you use the restroom. That's just sick. Sorry, a little tangent. Number 19. Check the color of the water coming from the water fountains and faucets before drinking. We have had occasional problems with the water tanks on the roof. If it is brownish red, do not drink it and inform security that Eliza Lamb has come to visit. Oh my gosh. Let me go on a little tangent real quick. I have made a pact with one of my friends that actually did send me these 2 stories, and we made a pact that we will go to every single haunted place that we could stay in, that we could possibly stay in. It has been a dream of mine because, horror. I love horror. But we plan on doing a road trip possibly in the near future, and don't worry, I will record all of it for this channel. So if I do, it will definitely be on here, on the vlogs and whatnot. But let's get back to it. Number 20. Do not solely rely on your phone or other electronics to signal what time it is. The only reliable source of time is the clock situated above the ballroom doors. 21. Noise is your friend. There should be calming, quiet music playing throughout the hotel at all hours. If the music cuts out or begins skipping, go to the radio behind your desk and ask it kindly to continue. If it doesn't resume, apologize and quickly leave the building. Number 22. If you hear footsteps from above while on the 1st, 4th, 5th, or 6th floor, ignore them. If you hear footsteps from above while on the 2nd or 7th floor, return to your desk immediately and call security. You must not go to the 3rd floor to investigate the noises. And remember that we do not have an 8th floor. Number 23. If you see the devil, run. Number 24. Remember to inform all guests of our no running in the halls policy. Number 25. Close the piano in the lobby before locking up. If you forgot, Do not panic, but do not open it again for the rest of your shift. Number 26. If you hear birds chirping in abnormally early hours, stay away from all glass doors and windows. Do not look outside. Number 27. You may see shapes in your peripheral vision that resembles humanoid shapes. While they typically remain on the 3rd floor, they sometimes get out of place, and it is crucial that you do not acknowledge them. Number 28. Understand that at times you are an unreliable narrator. What? Okay. Number 29. Before leaving the hotel for any reason, be sure to check your back seat. Some of your guests may get attached easily. Number 30. You may hear voices from the vents. Not to worry, this is one of our night guards. Simply tell him the kitchen is serving lunch now, no matter the time, and he will leave. 31. Do not attempt to visit your room during your shift. It may be occupied. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. We hope you enjoy your first shift. And the keys to your complimentary hotel room are on your desk, numbered 312. Enjoy your stay. Alright, this is from the writer. Thank you guys so much. This is one of my first posts on here, and seeing how this has and seeing how this one has done, I'm definitely going to write more. I already have a few started, so follow if you want to read them. And feel free to add any suggestions or idea you'd like to read about in the future. I really enjoyed this one. This was the first one I've ever read about this rule system, and I really like it. But how ironic is it that you're not allowed to go on the 3rd floor at all, but your room is on the 3rd floor? Oh. Nice. I know. First comment, yes. I was thinking about doing an Eliza Lamb feature on this channel, but so many people have done it, and I would just be adding to that pile of millions, probably thousands, possibly even millions of people doing it. So I will not be doing her story, unfortunately. But if I do get enough requests, I will do it. But it won't be like this story time. I will actually go ahead and research it, and then I will just sit down and talk with y'all. Alright, let's get to the next. Oh crap. Sorry, it's the wrong one. Which one is the catacombs, I think. Right, yeah. Okay. Alright, this one was made by Ghost Kiwi. Nice name. Alright, it's called The Catacombs. Bonjour. If you are receiving this letter, that means your first night of patrolling the catacombs begin tomorrow. Your shift begins at 2300 and ends at 6 a.m. There are some rules you must read over for your own safety. Number 1, hold on, let me get some of this. Okay. Number 1, never stop moving for too long. It's okay to take a 5-minute break every once in a while. We still advise that you try and restrain from doing that too much. Number 2, if you hear whispering, ignore it. You will hear it for most of the night. If the whispering returns in screeching noises, get to the entrance as fast as possible. Number 3, if you see that any lanterns or torches have been put out, please relight them with the lighter we will provide. That is just them playing games with you. Number 4, it is already a bit hot down there, but it should be bearable. If at any point you feel the heat rising quickly, turn around right away and try your best to get out of there. Once you have entered that part of the catacombs, it is very difficult to leave. Number 5, if you happen to get into parts of the catacomb that are not on your map, we are very sorry. The least we can do at this point is give you the following instructions to try to give yourself a little more time. Number 6, If you hear chanting or singing, do not go in that direction. If you have started to go a different way and the singing continues to get louder, they are following you. Please refer to Rule 12. Number 7. If you enter a room where you see the corpse of a bride on a stone slab, just quickly walk to the door on the other side and continue on your way. Number 8. Being this deep in the catacombs will cause you to hallucinate, hear voices, feel very sick and tired and dizzy. Do not listen to any of the voices, no matter what they tempt you with. Number 9. If you re-enter the room with the stone slab, but the bride is no longer there, you can try hiding, but you're better off referring to Rule 12. She is looking for her husband, who she is enraged at for getting cold feet. No matter if you are male or female, she will be convinced that you are him. Number 10. If you run into any other guards in the deeper parts, do not speak to them. They will try and tell you they know the way out, but they don't. They won't harm you if you don't anger them, but they will most likely follow you around. Number 11. I must wrap this up now, but if you see any of the following, we strongly suggest you refer to Rule 12. Number 12. Figures with dark red cloaks sitting in chairs, small children asking for help, faces that appear in the stone walls, large caverns where the ground is covered in feet sticking upwards from the ground, pools of blood. What is this? The devil himself. Number 12. We suggest that you kill yourself if accidentally entering these parts of the catacombs. Trust us. It will be much more painful if you don't. Well. When I was reading these stories, I actually was reading them I was reading them in bed at night with only my fan on, and it really did give me chills. Now that I read it during daylight, it's not as scary as I thought, but trust me, try reading these at nighttime and try not to get scared. I would like to thank one of my best friends, my sister from another mister, for recommending these to me. I really did enjoy these, and I will be doing more of these in the future, adding RulesHorror, because I really liked them, so thank you. And for not posting for the past 2 weeks, there was a reason, and the reason is, if any of you know him, his name is Chadwick Boseman, and I really fell in love with the movie Black Panther and his other roles as well. He's a great actor and I really love him, and I wanted to dedicate my 2 weeks of not posting on my Instagram for him, to dedicate the 2 weeks of silence for him. It's really sad. He was so young and he fought cancer so hard to be able to play the roles that he's already done. And I heard that he was getting ready and prepared for Black Panther 2. And he was working really hard at it, and he really wanted to get in shape for it. But unfortunately, he passed before he could even begin training or filming for Black Panther 2. I wanted to dedicate my silence to him. May he rest in peace. Thank you for giving us Black Panther, our first black superhero. I congratulate him sincerely, and I would like to thank you for waiting patiently for me to upload a video. So, thank you to all of you souls, and thank you to Chadwick Boseman. Goodbye, everyone. Sorry to leave on a sad note, but